Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are playing a SULTAI midrange deck here today. Just all the good stuff, all the things that will help control the board and then throw out a few big threats. Basically Nissa, Uro, Hydrokrasis are our win conditions. One Shark Typhoon. I did change up the normal game plan of this, how this deck typically works in the meta right now to kind of fit the way that I like to play. But the numbers and everything aren't that different. So I'm not going to dive too far into it if you've already seen this one before. Basically, I took out the Aether Gust and I added Shark Typhoons, some different more removal spells, things like that. But that's basically the idea of this deck is we're playing Simic with black to kind of control the board a little bit. And we just Uro, Hydrokrasis, Nissa, and I don't typically play this type of deck. I usually try to play something with like really fun janky synergies, do that kind of stuff. I guess I've been doing a lot more lately. Part of it is because I'm trying to get like a week and a half ahead right now because I have a family reunion coming up. And so sorry if I've been doing a little bit different type of content than normal. But I think this is also fun parts of Magic. I like playing good decks that are just like fun to hit the meta, everything like that. Like I do actually enjoy this part of Magic as well. For all those that don't believe that I like to actually play good. So anyway, this is the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Sheep Mage, and we have Essence Scatter, Growth Spiral, and a Nissa. Nissa is our win con. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I'm not sure this is amazing, but with Growth Spiral, Essence Scatter, we can really reset our hand, kind of. And having multiple Nissas is not bad. Aether Gust. All right, Breeding Pool tapped, pass the turn. Search for Escanta. All right, play a Forest, pass the turn. Yeah, I'm not sure how well we play against control. I think it all comes down to being able to resolve a Nissa, I do believe. Okay, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Drown Catacombs. Pass the turn. Yeah, having the Essence Scatter in here instead of Disdainful Stroke feels a little bit bad. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
If I don't have a plan, I do love a good puzzle.
Luckily, they did go defenses down, so now we actually have to start using our Nissa, which is sweet. We're going to force them to actually take care of with the Nissa Teferi right away. So, play Island, swing it Teferi. I mean, I guess it's the same amount of damage as phasing out, but... Alright, swing in. Yep, draws card.
I'll think of some.
Pass the turn.
Your elders.
Gets rid of a Settle the Wreckage, and they have the mana to play it. That means they must have another one in hand. Which does just get us more lands out of our deck. Like, it doesn't hurt us a ton, but also not the greatest. So now the question is, do they hold up the mana to use Settle the Wreckage? That's 2 Settle the Wreckages to the graveyard. They've got to have one in hand. Wrath of God. Alright. That lets us kill Teferi. Actually, wait, no, they get to take up, huh? We could use the other Nissa to get there. I think that's the best thing we can do here. So go ahead and untap. Let's go one of the breeding pools. Play another Nissa. We do lose out on being able to go for the combo here, but that's fine. Keep this one. Untap. I guess just a forest here. We're losing a lot of our green sources, and if they have another Wrath of God, we are in trouble. I'm really risking it here to try to go for extra value. All right, so both attack at Teferi, so we can't just tick up here.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
All right, pass the turn. Unfortunately, we have a hand like this is definitely a deck that we'd rather play on a best of 3 rather than best of 1, where we can go to the sideboard and switch out a lot of our stuff that we don't need here. All right, so Elspeth Conqueror's Death comes out. Targets our Nissa, And I think that we're just going to go ahead and put this on top of our library. Attack in. Play Nissa. I don't want 3 things dead here. Oh man, that gives us a chance for lethal though. I think we say submit 0. We don't untap anything here. Pass the turn. Else with Conquer's Death. I mean, that's one answer for Nissa out off the board. If they do have board wipe, we can still just create more lands and do stuff. Hopefully we actually hit a land around, some point. That would be great. We haven't hit a land in a while. All right, yeah, I'm assuming they have a Settle the Wreckage. I could go for a big Hydra Krasis here. All right, let's just attack in. If they settle, we get to get 2 more lands. So there's Settle. Yeah, that's fine. Not great, but that's fine. Take action, grab a forest, grab a swamp. Untap the forest. Hydra Krasis. For 5. Yeah, nothing else really. Like, we can hold up Essence Scatter, I guess, in case they have Dream Trawler. I think I'd rather just have a 5/5 to be threatening here. Unsubstantiate. I'm actually okay with that. That's fine by me. Oh, we can't quite Thoughtseize on this turn. I could hold up Eliminate. I really don't think that's going to do anything, though. So yeah, just play it tap, pass the turn. Sweet. All right, we're back to having lots of lands. We have Anissa. We're getting close to the ultimate, too, to make sure that we just hit more good things. Teferi comes back. That's okay. Teferi is important to get rid of if they have a high life total. Otherwise, though, we just start putting pressure on the life total. They're going to be forced to use the -3, which is as good as hitting it. Teferi.
I know what must be done. Let's skip to the good
Doesn't
part.
tuck. Interesting. Alright, so they have another Settle the Wreckage potentially here. Okay, Thoughtseize. Absorbs. Okay. Alright, go Triome. Actually, do we want to cycle? No, we have Hydra Krasis for some card draw. This is fine. So I think what we do is we untap the swamp.
The land fights for us.
So if we attack both at Teferi, then this Teferi cycles one of them, or phases out one of them. Then they get to have both on the board. So we attack this one. They can still phase out one, or they draw a card here, but they have to discard it anyway. So they phase one out just to have it phased out, but that in some cases actually helps us out. We lose out on mana for the Hydra Krasis. We get to kill it,
Is catching up to me.
and then we get to draw a card here. How much do we have? So X6. Sweet. All right, we have a hand, a full hand. They have 1 card left. If they do board wipe, we still get to kill Teferi, basically. I'd like to actually find some ways to actually deal with Planeswalkers here as well. That'd be great. So this kick does just kill anything. All right, sweet. I always think of this like Fatal Push and think it only goes up to 4 for mana cost, but it just kills anything. So that's nice to have. Thoughtseize. I think we do have a chance at just lethal here, right? Okay. Alright, so I still have to tap another black source here as well for this. So let's actually add blue, add black. Okay, let's go Shark Typhoon. Bloodchief's Thirst. Kill Teferi. Create a 1/1.
Really should have seen that coming.
Untap a breeding pool.
Be wary of the ground.
Do we go for Uro here or just... I still want to get in for damage. So I'm fine losing some mana. That's fine. Let's go Uro. Another Krasis. We still have lethal on board. You have Search for His Contradict for one more thing. Do you have a chance? I'm not so sure. Alright, they have Absorb, so they can gain some life. If this is Settle the Wreckage as well, we're in a little bit of trouble. So we have lethal on board. Let's just go ahead and swing in, I think. They can play something else, and okay, so they do have the Settle the Wreckage. All right, so we did actually play that pretty well. All right, settle. That was annoying. This is all get out. Let's see here. Let's bring back Uro. Come on. They've got to absorb something. Hydrokrasis is a little bit better for us to actually resolve. Okay, Hydrokrasis. Yeah, X5. I'm basically just making sure they get rid of the absorb at some point here. Oh, they don't have mana to do anything with it, right? Alright, so now we just have power on the board. I don't know why I was thinking they still had mana up. Absorb number 2. If they found the last settle... Okay, there it is. That's a good game. Sweet! Alright. That felt really good. I love taking down Azoria's control. I don't know why. It just feels so good. So good. Up against Captain Obvious, and a turn 3 Uro is good enough, I guess. Pass the turn. We would like more green mana. Play the Fetid Pool or Fable Passage, pass the turn. Goes for Growth Spiral. Yep. Alright, Bant midrange. Bant Yorion. Aether Gust can be pretty nice here. About the island, pass the turn. Narset? Alright, that's bad. That's really not good. Oath of Teferi, we actually need to take care of. Uro doesn't do as much for us here. We want to Disdainful Stroke anyway, so we just play that past the turn. Oath of Teferi with Yorion seems awesome. Sarkhan the Masterless, okay. Alright, Disdainful Stroke that. We can Aether Gust the Sarkhan. If they ever find red mana, I guess. Like, I like going for ramp with Uro, I guess. Yeah, play Uro. We get to still play Aether Gust, so this is fine. Yeah, we don't get the draw. We get to ramp a little bit, though, past the turn. And this lets us get to Nissa. They haven't played a land yet here. I guess we wait until it's coming back from the graveyard, right? Didn't hit a land. Whoa, that's interesting. Alright, go Nissa.
Together we will prevail.
Alright, untap the island.
The land shall conquer you.
Next, attack in with island at Narset.
reached my limit.
Now we play Uro. Unfortunately, we don't get to hold up the Aether Gust, but I think this is still okay. I think I'd like to take advantage of the time that we can actually draw cards. Sarkin, probably one of the cards we're more afraid of. Uro's coming back as well, but that shouldn't be able to come back this turn. Watch it be like, oh, we can't deal with that anyway, so that's fine. Let's draw a little bit here first. Force it onto the battlefield. Uro. So we do have enough in the graveyard to bring back an Uro, which is nice. Unfortunately, we lose a couple others. That's fine here, though. I think that putting out pressure while we can, if they're all in on the Shark Typhoon, and we can still Aether Gust at least something here. Nissa number 2, pass the turn. Wrath of God, alright. Yep, that's bad. They do lose their own Shark here. I could have Aether Gust Uro to the top as well if we wanted to, but this is fine. Fatal Passage, a little more cards into the graveyard. Untap the Swamp. Do I want to try to go wide here? We've already seen one Wrath of God. 3 more cards that weren't lands before, at least. I could play Nissa just to get some more going on the board here. We could thin our deck by playing the ultimate here on the next turn, though, as well. Let's go for threats. I'm not sure this is the right play, but it's what we're doing.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Down to 7, pass the turn. I mean, we got in for 6 points of damage. That's really nice. And we'll have 3 wide on the next turn. If they have to Wrath again, they probably lose out on the ability to really play too much else. 1 red source. Narset. Put it on top. That means they're not drawing another red source here. Narset. Okay. Alright, so they can kill 2 lands. Ugin. We're really close to lethal. Alright, eliminate this one. I guess just the basic forest, right? Alright, so do we want to kill Narset here? We force him to block if we swing at face. Okay, blocks a forest. Down to 1. Ugin kill something, so it puts out some other blockers. They can destroy our Nissa. Let's just go for Uro here. Why not?
I can help you no longer.
Yeah, I can't draw the card, unfortunately. Just another threat in case they can go wide here instead. So we get 4 attackers.
Trick for this.
They miss with the Narset. Ooh. Alright. Is this 5 color? 5 color Bant, 5 color Planeswalkers. Ugin. Creates a 6/6. Can create a 2/2, which is better than just destroying a creature, I think, here. Maybe? Or kill Nissa, try to find a way to create another blocker or 2. That's a lot of mana to spend on something here. Creates a 2/2.
Lies beyond.
If they have like an eliminate or something here, Growth Spiral. Okay. So 3 blockers, we get 4 attackers. Game's over.
The land shall conquer you.
And there we go. Sweet. Not too shabby at all. Sweet. I like this deck. It feels really good. Are up against Bulge, and sweet, love having the Thoughtseize. Shark Typhoon is great. Could definitely find some, good top decks here, but this ain't bad. Thoughtseize. Love the turn 1 Thoughtseize, right? Ooh, alright, so this is a Luca deck. Transmogrify, Pact of Negation. I guess we take both the Transmogrify and the Luca, and just hope that they don't find another one. It doesn't seem super hopeful, though. We could slow them down on the Legion's Landing. Like, they kept a 1 or 2 land hand here. So we could take a land. It's a little bit different, but now it's just a 1 land hand, right? So we should be able to get ahead. They do get to put out the Legion's Landing. If they find a green source, we're in a little bit of trouble because they can create 3 attackers to go in with. We're hurting ourselves a lot here too, but oh dang it. I totally misplayed that. Oh well. I don't know what I was thinking that we already had like Overgrown Tomb out there. All right. Yeah, what are they hoping for here? I guess Omen of the Sun can stop them. I think Sapling Migration still is probably the better thing to take, just because it takes at least 2 more turns for them to get to where they can do much of anything. I'm shocking myself so much here. I think getting ahead is still worthwhile, though. So Growth Spiral. If we find another Thoughtseize, it's worth doing it now. Triome, pass the turn. If we get to Shark Typhoon on the board as well. Alright, so yeah, we did stop them from having the migration. They had another one. They start ramping up. That's cool. We get to play Nissa.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Harness the elements.
Swing in. Yeah, they can't block. Down to 15. Now they have to swing to flip over the Legion's Landing and then probably go for Omen of the Sun. They have the extra land. Now they can go for Transmogrify. Kill the Lifelinker. Down to 8. Alright, now they get something big, right? Alright, we're just going to play out the Shark Typhoon. I could have it be just a really big shark at the end. That's probably better. So let's go ahead and untap. This isn't instant speed, right? They can flash in the Omen of the Sun for 2 blockers. Yeah, I think I'd rather go for the big Shark Typhoon, especially when we don't have anything else in hand. We can just make a really big one. Down to 8, pass the turn. They get to untap. Omen of the Sun. Gain some life. I need 2 blue sources, which we have. Transmogrify. Okay. Yeah, Craterhoof Behemoth. Alright, swings with everything. Alright, so blue, blue. Alright, so it's 2 plus this, so 5. We can, I guess we keep Forest alive. Alright, what's our life total? It's at 8. And these all have trample now. Yeah, I think that's just game. We can't do anything here. Dang it, it's so frustrating. They found the second, like the only way they could have got out of this was finding a second migratory and a green source. And they just happened to find them all. Yeah, let's see here. Can we actually block enough? Yeah, we're still dead. So yeah, good game. Oh well. Ooh, man. I'd love to find a green source with this hand, but we got a mulligan. This is better. Up against Luris of the Dream Den. Which means I think we actually hold on to the Extinction event over Bloodchief's Thirst. We could maybe just avoid the Thoughtseize and just go for kill stuff later. They're probably okay with some things going to the graveyard. So maybe we do drop the Thoughtseize. Because the idea here is that we need to get to Extinction event to kill some of the stuff, especially if they have protection. But they're going to have mostly 1-drops, maybe some 2-drops. So between these two, we should be able to handle most everything. So I think we dropped the Thoughtseize here. I also don't totally know what they're playing, but it could also be like the Stitcher Supplier deck, and then we'll see. Let's go for the Triome here. I guess hopefully we also find second land. If we don't, we'll Fable Passage so we can get Uro on turn 3. Try to get to Extinction Event. Ooh. Lurrus against the Rogues, huh? Let's kill this. Breeding Pool, tap, pass the turn. Now Thoughtseize might have been pretty nice. I've not seen Lurrus in a Rogues deck. So they can take the Uro, which goes to the graveyard. That's fine. Wind Robber again. Languish and Extinction Event. I love having redundancy. Yeah, I was thinking this was going to be either the... Like, there's a few different decks that Lurrus goes into this place. But not that many. Alright, fill the graveyard a little bit more. Do we actually kill something when they just have one creature up? We can probably get rid of a counter spell. This is fine, I guess. Pass the turn. I don't care if this is going to keep helping us out here. Alright, Fairy Vandal. Yeah, they get to hold up counter spells, which is annoying. Maybe I shouldn't have used the Field Passage to keep us away from John in the Lock. Alright, Soaring Thought Thief. Alright, so I'd rather resolve Languish. Let's put an island in case of Drari's Conjecture, or whatever it's called. Or we can just bring back Uro. Extinction Event. Alright, Lofted Denial. That's fine. Make it bigger. And now we're just hoping that we can resolve the Languish. Okay, Lurrus to hand. Most likely not much of anything in hand left. Let's hope. Down to 11. Could be another Lofted Denial, though. Languish. No way! Ah. I mean, I guess sometimes you just get screwed. That's cool. What a hand from the opponent. Lurrus, yeah. Yeah, I was sticking around just in case the last card was another Languish. I guess we can kind of go for the same thing on an Eliminate or something here. Hydrocrisis, what can it dig for? Not much. Actually, wait, we need to get permanents out of our board in case they do have the guy that gets them out. So, grab here. I guess that's the only one that matters. Alright. Alright, untapped land lets us play out a 1-mana Hydrocrisis. Drown in the Lock. And we're done. That's cool. That was lame. They just had a busted hand. Busted. Alright, up against Unchain, and we have a lot of removal. Hopefully this works. I like our mana base, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. Being on the draw actually is pretty nice with this hand too. We can see if we want to be killing things. Witch's Oven. That might be annoying. Life gain is nice though. Witch's Oven and Cat. Yay! Oh, yes! All I've ever wanted. Alright, we're going to tap. Pass the turn. No reason to kill it here. I mean, yeah. This is the issue of Bloodchief's Thirst, is not being able to have it be instant speed. Not that we can really interact well against this anyway. And Blood Artist. Alright, sweet. We're screwed. Alright, Island. You know what? Let's go for Bloodchief's Thirst first here. Kill the Blood Artist. They may go all in on the Cauldron of Familiar now. We might be able to get a little bit of a head start against this. We'll see. I guess they don't have to bring it back, but yeah, we'll see if they do anyway. So much damage. Oh, it's brutal. Eliminate. Let's go with... I think we actually do want another land at some point here. Maybe not. We probably just want more interaction. So go Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. Mayhem a Devil. So much damage. Oh yeah, we have to sacrifice. I should have done that beforehand. Missed it. Alright, so Nissa, untap an Overgrown Tomb, swing it in and eliminate.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. The land fights for us.
Doing this now because they don't have anything else to sacrifice except the Mayhem Devil. So yeah, they put another damage there. Now they have to actually block with the Cauldron Familiar, which lets it bring it back, but that's fine. We still get to get rid of it for a little bit. And they're down to one card left. We just are really hoping they don't draw super well again. You know, that'd be great. Hydra Crisis, a really big one, will be nice here. Yeah, down to 7. Ugh. I can go for a really big Hydra Crisis here, or I can... Here, let's bring this in tapped. Untap the Overgrown Tomb. Swing in. I mean, they just bring back Cauldron Familiar as a blocker, right? Alright, I'll attack. We're trying to force them to be sloppy, I guess, is the main thing here. Also, knowing our life total a little bit better is nice. Alright, X6. Gain 3 life. That's 1 turn with Cauldron Familiar. Yay. But we also get a big dude. That is a lot of... Not what we wanted to see in our hand. Oh, alright. Okay, okay, that's cool. Oh. Oh, come on, deck. Let's go, Forest. We get to go wide, which means we are actually hitting in. I mean, they're at 29, though. We have such a long way to catch up. So we need to start finding ways to gain some life. We need to find an Uro quick. And we can't use Castle Alchemy to draw. We're way too many cards in hand. You know what would be great with a ramp spell? Things to play. You know. I'm just wishing, though. Down 21, pass the turn. We take a bunch and a half. If they find a Mayhem Devil, we're dead, I believe. I don't think that they've missed a land drop, so potentially another land in hand. Gilded Goose as a blocker. Slow down the game a bit more. We have to find an Uro this turn, basically. Hey, 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 that is an Uro. Sweet. Alright, let's go Hinterland Harbor. Uro. Gain 3 life. We lackey. I guess we go Fable Passage. Fill the deck a little bit more. Let's go ahead and bring it back now. I just want to gain as much life as I can, basically. Okay, back up to 13. Breeding Pool. We can play another Growth Spiral if we shock this in. We can still do that if we untap it, though. Okay, Bloodchief's Thirst. Let's go ahead and kill a blocker. Try to speed up the game a little bit. We have to hope to win through our draws anyway, so... Let's untap Breeding Pool, because I'd like to be able to play out Growth Spiral this turn and maybe find something else when we tap it down. Like, we have a lot of mana still. Swing in, and I think we may be turning the corner here a little bit. Yeah, letting it die here is good for them. They get an extra trigger. Down to 11. I could wait till our turn. Or try to find like a removal spell. Let's go Growth Spiral. Maelstrom Pulse. Well, Witch's Oven. Yeah. Sweet. Oh, that's beautiful. Maelstrom Pulse against Witch's Oven is amazing. And yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this now then. We don't give him another chance to untap. Brings back Cauldron Familiar. Alright. Down to 9. They're at 14. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. Whew! Oh, man. Dude, that start for their hand was amazing. Amazing. And I'm glad we were able to pull that off. Alright, so there you guys have it with Sultai Midrange. I know it's kind of weird for me to ever play something that's not like your typical janky pile of stuff. And so this is just, hey, throw a bunch of good stuff together and actually have a game plan of, you know, trying to win with Nissa or whatever. Because Nissa's still busted. And it's fun to play. I like playing this kind of Magic every once in a while too. I love Magic in general. I love being able to play lots of decks. Like, that's probably my favorite thing about Magic is being able to play many, many different decks. And I think that's my whole point of being able to play, do a channel for you guys, do everything here is I wanted a place where I had a reason to be building and playing new decks all the time. And yeah, I like to be doing the new stuff that none of you guys have ever seen, but I also do like just playing all the decks that are out there. Like, it's just, that's what gives me joy. I love doing it. And being able to play this deck was really, really fun. I'm not going to probably play it again, you know, because that's just, that's how I do it. I play 5 to 10 games and then I'm done. And anyway, so I really enjoyed it. I think this deck is powerful. If you guys want to check it out, definitely worth your time because we went 3 wins out of 5, so 3 and 2. I think this is probably a better deck to be playing in a best of 3 type of format because in the colors we have, we get a lot more interaction out of our sideboard against certain matchups. And I mean, some of the things that we're playing are just hard for people to deal with regardless. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.